No? Everyone's here.
Okay. The show.
All present and accounted for, sir.
Thank you.
I am Jan Marin. This is Tom Plessick. We are longtime friends of Kathy and Brayton. We want to thank Martha and Rod for having this party for Brayton.
Our pleasure.
We welcome Brayton's family, Jenny, his daughter, and grandson Alex, coming all the way from Washington State. Alex passing out the programs. Does everybody have a program? Yes. Great job. And we welcome you, our honored guests. My association with Kathy and Brayton goes back to the 90s when Kathy, a senior officer in my Naval Reserve unit, took me under her wing. Brayton was also involved with me early on because I think he was called upon to lend a hand in writing my fitness evaluations, which Kathy had to do frequently as part of her responsibility.
The secret's out.
Today we are going to honor Brayton Harris and all he has done. We'd like to celebrate his latest birthday with a skit, and we want all of you to enjoy this skit as fellow cast members. Yes, that means you're in the play too. We're calling this skit Brayton Harris, a tribute to his life of accomplishment.
Let's put on a show and knock them dead.
All right.
Now, we came from, part of you people know that we came from Las Vegas. We were sent there by Mayor Goodman in order to find talent in America. Las Vegas has had some problems. No, not economic problems. We will get over that speed bump. But we have lost a lack of talent. Our shows are old and no one's going to them anymore. I saw the guest list and I was overwhelmed with the talent we have here. And I'm going to tell you right now that we can make it, kids. We can go all the way. We can go back to Vegas and put on a show that's going to knock them dead. All we need is your cooperation. And we're filming this. We're going to show it to the producers on the strip, and we're going to get you all to Las Vegas. We're leaving next Wednesday, so start packing now. Jan?
And we're living in your house.
Okay.
Right over the mouth?
Sure.
You said that.
I know you're a
No, I didn't.
person with honor, and you want this to be a success as much as we do. We're going to ask you to do something temporarily, and it's going to be explained by Jan in her next reading. But to do so, we need to put this on so that
Oh, he does know Brayton.
you can play golf, but looked at the calendar, saw from December 22nd, an hour and a half of light, gets down to 60 below. Says, that's not the place for us.
Is Brayton turning blue?
So I said, where do you, how's it going with that? Is that working?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just worried Brayton looked like he might be turning blue. But no.
So we went to Las Vegas instead of Alaska. Short, to make a long story short. All right, so to prepare for our party, Kathy and I had many emails going back and forth since for maybe 2 months, would you say? Yeah. And one email that I got from her caused me to laugh for 2 days straight. I asked her if I could use it today, and that's the reason why you have the tape around your mouth. Great.
You better start praying.
Email from Kathy. Dear Jan, I have a very real, wise warning. Brayton tends to take off on his history and it never stops. ... If he has any drinks, he will take over the program. ... Period. ... I do not want this to happen. I would not offer a pause for Brayton to review his life events. It would destroy the events. He gets into minute details. No one wants to know. Dates, time frames. People turn off. Trust me. Stick only with your program. Love, Kathy.
All right. Good job.
So,
Okay, Brayton, as a man of honor, could we remove that from you and you're willing to stay silent during the presentation? You can just shake your head. Oh! Folks, the drinks are cut off unless he goes. Come on. Okay. Yes, thank you. Good job.
I think Stitches might have done better.
We have done a cement.
Sure, yeah, and glue.
take to do all the things that Brayton has done. He is driven, ambitious, passionate, determined, persevering, tenacious, tireless, dogged, industrious, capable, steadfast.
And that was just since this morning. Okay, now, for the music to stop, my cue. Now, the early years. Many have wondered about his early years. Here's our first saying. This is the state motto of Michigan. If you're seeking a pleasant peninsula, look around you. Now, too bad Brayton never applied this to any yard work responsibilities. He skillfully avoids to this day. Now we're going to have a song in honor of Michigan, University of Michigan fight song.
Now, some of you may not know the University of Michigan fight song. Brayton and I know it. Another Michigander?
No, I just know him.
Every summer for his entire life.
To the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West.
That's not how I remember.
You got 6 different keys there.
Detention.
Now remember, we're talking about his early years. Brayton was born during one of the really great periods in American history, known as the Great Depression. He entered the world when hopes of America were at the lowest. He instantly noticed that a firm commitment to overcoming adversity plaguing our nation was needed, and he was the right baby to do the job. After a few years developing his leadership skills, he, like Lincoln, answered the question as to what he had been doing during his developmental years. He answered, preparing myself, right? Okay. His thespian talents were unleashed on the world at the tender age of 10. He starred in an Ann Arbor, Michigan Little Theater production. His triumphant performance was praised especially by the president of the Little Theater, who at the time was his mother. His acclaim continued on through his early days, leading to his entry into the University of Illinois. Not wanting to appear like a total nerd, he purposefully squelched academic achievements in his coursework, that is, phys ed. And he focused on his drive to perform. His award-winning performance in the University of Illinois production of Roberta was somehow avoided by the local critics, and he was sent off to graduation into a cold and cruel world.
I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, monsieur, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things they should do. Roberta.
Okay, Tom, get
Someone
out the tape.
get out the tape again.
The cement. Okay.
Super glue.
Okay, on to the next section, Anchors Away, Part 1. So, you know what's coming ahead, right? The saying for this section, if you're going through hell, keep going. Winston Churchill. The song for this section is Anchors Away, and we will have a lead-in first.
Well, it's number 2 in your program, and also 4. It's going to repeat itself, but get ready for
Get ready for the second time around when we will join in with the chorus. Okay, here it comes. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. And our last night ashore, anchors away. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
Great. You sounded great.
I think we're on our way to Las Vegas. As I stated before, after graduation, Brayton found himself in a harsh and cruel world marked by commie threats and the rise of howdy doody. So without a moment's hesitation, he enlisted in the Navy in 1953. President Eisenhower and Admiral Nimitz both breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that the star of Roberta was soon joining their ranks. Stationed for hazardous duty in Pensacola, Florida in 1955, he reignited his documented and award-winning acting skills in order to reduce tensions. These problems were related to the loss of shipping lanes in the Atlantic theater due to hostile and sinister invasion of the jellyfish. Well, he competed furiously, and after a small bribe, he was cast as the inspector in Dial M for Murder. This was an off-Broadway production. Way off. Reviews of the play honored him with an award of his performance. That's for real. Who would have thought our Brayton was finally recognized for his vivid presentation of memorized lines of script? Today, this piece of acting skill is seen almost daily in his repetition of these immortal words. Yes, Kathy, I'll get to it tomorrow. Our next section is Brayton becomes a father. The saying, all fathers are invisible in the daytime. Daytime is ruled by mothers. Fathers come out at night. Darkness brings fathers home with their real unspeakable power. There is more to fathers than meets the eye. Margaret Atwood.
Okay.
We want to recognize Jenny and Alex, who had come all the way from Washington State for this party tonight.
Can we give her a round?
And after we have the next song, which you may all recognize if you dig into your memory banks, Oh My Papa by Eddie Fisher. We invite Jenny if you want to say anything or to
Give your dad a hug, whatever. Grandpa hug, whatever.
Now Jenny won't
The
recognize
song
this.
number 3. Oh my Papa, to me was so wonderful. Oh my Papa, to me was so good. Oh, one could be so gentle and so lovable. Oh, my Papa, he always understood. Gone are the days when he could take me out in his knee, and with a smile he changed my tears to laughter. Oh, my Papa, so funny, so adorable, always around, so funny in his way. Oh, my Papa, to me he was so wonderful. Deep in my heart, I miss him so today.
We blew our chance to go to Las Vegas.
Give him a hug.
He married well.
Now, we entered a whole new section now. This is called personal characteristics. This next saying is, the value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he's able to receive. Albert Einstein. Now we're going to play a song. We're going to let the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, sing it to us. At the end of your program, the second last page, there's a new verse that we've added. I want you to listen to this song because it's talking about Brayton. All of this content was written for him. We're going to add the last verse on the second last page when Frank's done with his version. Okay? Ready? Clear your throats. And now I look afar, and so I face another curtain. My friend, I am a star. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I live a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. But much more than this, I did it my way. Well, that brings me to tears, guys.
Exact feeling I was having.
Okay, before we nominate Brayton for sainthood, before he meets the ultimate and essential requirement for that eternal billet in the sky. We have the good fortune of looking forward to having many more enjoyable years with our star here. However, Kathy was kind enough to supply us with anecdotes that profile some of his adorable idiosyncrasies. Her bravery, her guts. Well, we used to say that broad has moxie. Okay. Revealing these facts raises clear risks for her. Let it be known, Brayton. Her testimony now qualifies her for the Witness Protection Program. President Obama and Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta will be monitoring your behavior, young man, and will fit you with a shock collar at any hint of... Now,
Crossword. Crossword.
okay. Now, Kathy gave a list. There's 6 in all, and they're... listen to some Brayton's characteristics. First, many might not know that his life-threatening allergy to church exists, and that prevents him from sitting too close to the altar. That is, he seeks the pew nearest the back door of the church, and he religiously guards against overexposure by leaving as early as he can.
It's the devil you're worried about, right? It's the devil.
Lightning.
Number 2, he qualifies to be diagnosed as a confused mesovert. That is, he behaves like an introvert, but brags on himself as being an extrovert. Let me explain more. He purposefully and hastily limits interactions with his throngs of adoring fans only because he is consumed by ideas for new projects. These are one things that he can start, which, by the way, lay fallow by the hundreds begging for completion. Number 3, an arch conservative. He allows liberal ideas to be fully expressed before he unmercifully tears them to shreds with his arguments. 4, Brayton has a priceless comedic wit that is displayed in a rollicking and spontaneous sense of humor, mostly by accident. His aversion to church is only matched by his disdain for yard and housework. However, his tireless work ethic, something we all should respect, drives him to stay up into wee hours of the night, and he finally only rests with the rising sun. By good fortune, there is one minor little reward attached to this sense of self-sacrifice. Sleeping during the daylight hours is incompatible with doing yard and housework. Namely, it's tough to see the dust and weeds in the dark. Finally, number 6.
That's good.
Okay. Finally, that bodily figure that makes women swoon and other men blind with jealousy was developed by a strict diet of unlimited sweets and potato chips. Thank you. Adonis.
A little gin.
Okay. Jan?
Next section, Anchors Away, Part 2. The saying, non sibi sed patria, not self, but country. This is often cited as the Navy motto. Our song, once again, is Anchors Away, and we'll have an introduction, and then we will...
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away,
Last night the shore anchors away. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. Okay, 1953 to 57.